Most people believe highly intelligent individuals glide through life effortlessly, that their minds are calm, efficient machines that solve problems without breaking a sweat. But psychology shows the exact opposite is true. If you've ever caught yourself talking out loud to no one, replaying conversations hours after they ended, or feeling mentally exhausted despite doing nothing physically demanding, this video is for you. These aren't signs of anxiety or dysfunction. They're signatures of a mind built to operate at a deeper level than most, a mind wired for complexity, depth, and continuous processing that society fundamentally misunderstands. The first habit is talking to yourself, and not just occasionally, but as a regular part of how you process the world. Neuroscience calls this private speech, and research links it to enhanced cognitive control and problem-solving ability. Your brain processes information so quickly and in so many layers simultaneously that speaking aloud becomes a necessary tool for organizing thoughts. When you talk through a problem, you're not losing your grip on reality. You're activating your prefrontal cortex in a way that strengthens working memory and clarifies complex decisions. Evolutionarily, this mirrors how early humans would verbalize planning before dangerous hunts or difficult tasks. The verbal rehearsal increased survival odds. Your brain still carries that programming. The micro symptom you might recognize: catching yourself narrating your grocery list, working through an argument in the shower, or explaining a concept to an empty room before presenting it. This isn't strange behavior. It's your mind running quality control at a level most people's brains don't require. The second habit is replaying conversations long after they've ended. Psychology identifies this as part of complex cognitive processing, a baseline state of mental depth that characterizes highly intelligent minds. Your brain doesn't simply file away interactions and move on. It continues analyzing tone, subtext, alternative responses, and deeper meanings. This isn't rumination in the clinical sense. It's pattern recognition operating at high frequency. Your mind is constantly seeking understanding, not just acceptance. Neurologically, this reflects stronger connectivity between regions responsible for social cognition and analytical reasoning. From an evolutionary perspective, the ability to deeply analyze social dynamics was crucial for navigating complex tribal hierarchies. The specific behavior you might notice: lying awake, reconstructing a conversation from 3 days ago, suddenly realizing what you should have said, or mentally rehearsing future interactions based on past patterns. You're not overthinking. You're processing at the depth your brain was designed for. The third habit is experiencing profound boredom with routine tasks, and not the mild restlessness most people feel, but something closer to mental pain. Cognitive psychology explains this through dopaminergic reward systems. Highly intelligent brains process information with remarkable speed and efficiency, which means predictable, repetitive tasks fail to trigger dopamine release. Without that neurochemical reward, your brain experiences the absence of stimulation as genuinely uncomfortable. This isn't laziness or lack of discipline. It's a cognitive system that requires novelty and complexity to function optimally. The evolutionary advantage was clear. Brains that craved novel information were brains that learned faster, adapted quicker, and solved problems others couldn't see. The microsymptom: finding yourself physically unable to focus on administrative tasks while effortlessly spending hours on complex problems that interest you. Your brain isn't defective. It's high-performance equipment that idles poorly. If what I'm describing sounds uncomfortably accurate, consider subscribing. There's more content like this that will help you understand yourself better. Understanding your mind is the first step to working with it instead of against it. The fourth habit is preferring solitude over social gatherings, not occasionally, but consistently. Clinical psychology identifies this as a feature of high cognitive ability, not a social deficit. Your inner world is often more stimulating than external social events. Additionally, highly intelligent individuals frequently experience heightened social sensitivity, where prolonged interaction triggers neurological exhaustion that others simply don't experience. Solitude isn't avoidance. It's the necessary recovery state for a brain that processes social information more deeply and completely. Anthropological research supports this. In ancestral environments, individuals who could think independently and tolerate isolation made discoveries and innovations that group-dependent thinkers couldn't. The specific manifestation: declining invitations not because you dislike people, but because the energy cost of social performance outweighs the reward, needing hours alone after social events to feel normal again. This isn't antisocial behavior, it's cognitive self-regulation. The fifth habit is finding small talk genuinely painful. Psychology research confirms that highly intelligent minds are wired to seek depth and meaning in every exchange. Surface-level conversation offers no cognitive stimulation. Your brain experiences it as a waste of limited mental resources. This creates what researchers call cognitive isolation, the experience of being surrounded by people while feeling completely alone due to a lack of mental resonance. Neurologically, your brain's reward centers simply don't activate for exchanges that lack substance. The evolutionary function makes sense. Individuals who demanded meaningful exchange formed deeper alliances and exchanged more valuable information, increasing survival odds. The behavior you recognize: feeling drained after networking events while energized by a single deep conversation. Knowing you should enjoy parties but finding them exhausting. You're not broken, you're wired for depth in a world that rewards surface. The sixth habit is staying quiet in group settings, not from shyness or lack of confidence, but from strategic choice. Psychological analysis shows this reflects what researchers call active observation. While others fill space with words, you're processing information they miss. Subtle shifts in tone, logical inconsistencies, emotional undercurrents, behavioral patterns. Your brain builds a more complete picture before contributing. When you do speak, your words carry more weight precisely because they're less frequent. Neuroscience connects this to enhanced executive function, the ability to inhibit impulsive responses while continuing to process. Evolutionarily, the observer who spoke less but noticed more often survived threats others talked their way into. The microsymptom: having valuable insights you don't share because explaining them feels more exhausting than staying silent. Being told you're quiet when inside you're running constant analysis. This isn't weakness, it's controlled, intentional processing that most people's brains aren't capable of sustaining. What connects all six habits is a single underlying reality. Your brain operates with a level of depth, complexity, and continuous processing that standard social expectations weren't designed for. The exhaustion you feel isn't weakness. The solitude you crave isn't dysfunction. The conversations you replay aren't anxiety. They're the predictable consequences of cognitive architecture built for something more than average experience. You've spent years trying to fix yourself, to be more normal, more easygoing, more like everyone else. But what if you were never broken? What if your brain was just running software that nobody gave you the manual for? That's what understanding this changes. Subscribe if this helped you see yourself differently. Drop a number in the comments. Which of these six hit the hardest? I'll see you in the next one.